What's up, YouTube, and welcome to a 1v1 Nomad game. There are games that I upload that are relaxing. Whether it's a game mode, or just how the game develops, I know a lot of you guys come to chill after a long day at work or school. However, this is not your relaxing game. This is a game that will give you secondhand stress, but I guarantee that you will be able to appreciate this because it's wild. First thing, right off the bat. Slam builds a dock and quick walls on his villager because he thought that Bad Boy was going to attack that villager. Sad story though, Persians, they can afford to build a town center at the start on Nomad, a dock, and then a fishing ship. They start with extra wood. After the quick walls, Slam is 3 wood short of wood for a fishing ship. So unfortunate. So the second-hand stress already begins. As Slam's playing as the Persians, there's his TC, and you'll notice that Bad Boy, who was in the Nomad upload the other week against ACCM in the Bulgarians video, he's playing as the Malians. These are probably the top 2 civilizations on Nomad. For the same reason, at the start, they can afford to build a town center, a house, a dock, and a fishing ship. No other civ can do that. So you notice Slam, he's building his town center right now. He has to wait until the town center is completed, collect 3 more wood, then garrison the villagers, then make the fishing ship. Whereas Bad Boy has his TC up faster. He really shows you the importance of getting the TC up early, and also has the fishing ship out. Now you notice Slam's position, and we're going to be talking about a lot about Slam's struggles throughout this game as he tries to weather some crazy storms. He is kind of cramped, right? If he loses this hill, he can't take that gold, he can't take that stone, and that leaves him with 2 golds and 2 stones back here, right? Whereas I'm going to zoom out and you look at Bad Boy's point of view. And Bad Boy, again, assuming he gains that hill, because there will be pressure coming in from there, he'll have 4 golds, and he'll have, I guess 4 stones, I guess if you count that, right? So Slam knows they're next door neighbors now, and this is going to be tough. It's definitely a better start for Bad Boy, and you can see the difference already with the fishing ship, and the villagers on the way. So the thing about Nomad is it's messy. Now, I don't like to play Nomad because Nomad can stress me out. You guys might appreciate Nomad because it's always different and it's crazy, and I get that. As a caster, I can appreciate it. But as a player, I'm definitely one of the players who likes to play clean. Like, I go for my 22 pop scouts, my build orders. I like structure to my gameplay, okay? Don't judge me. I like structure. It makes life easy. However, there are certain types of players who thrive in environments where it's messy. Speaking of other pro players, you have players like Vivi. Actually, just a lot of Chinese Vietnamese players. And you want to know my theory on that? I could be way off base, but before DE, there was a lot of lag in 1v1s, and I felt like towers and taking weird positions on maps is just more suitable in lag because it's so tough to know how to deal with a tower rush and a forward to begin with. Anyways, that's my theory. I remember I would just play players and I'm trying to deal with towers. I send too many villagers in and then the game lags a bit because it's a 20-year-old game and boom, I'm down 3 villagers to tower fire. So Bad Boy is a Vietnamese player. He played against ACCM, another Vietnamese player on Nomad. In that Bulgarians video I mentioned. Fat Dragon likes to make the game messy. Lix likes to make the game messy. Probably a pro player. Lix, that is, who deserves some type of a legend video at this point because of how he plays. It's just amazing what he does. And in big team games, the guy will just... He'll distract 1 or 2 players while someone like Mr. Yo, the King of China, booms, and then just cleans up the rest. Slam, fortunately for him, he does have extra HP on his docks, but he's going to have another struggle as this game goes on. The meta is on Nomad is to take water, because fishing ships are so important for that economy. So what Slam's going to want to do is he'll want to build a 2nd dock, a 3rd dock, and make fire galleys, and then expand his fishing eco. But unfortunately, he's kind of bottlenecked in here. He can't leave without running into the dock of Bad Boy. So Bad Boy can just funnel in fires and demos into this choke. It's not going to be easy for Slam to push out. So having the extra HP on the Persian dock is very nice because it's very hard to lose water. It's still very easy to lose your fishing ships. If Bad Boy can so easily send his fishing ships anywhere else around the edge of the map, and that's not an option for Slam. So this is where the fast feudal times are going to be important, and this is where the secondhand anxiety comes in. So if you're like me, try and forget about how you would feel as a player, because this is just so impressive, guys. The things that are going to happen on both sides of the spectrum. The way Bad Boy and Slam have to adapt to all different types of aggression is impressive. And it's about to get very, very technical, very quick. In this game, 1 or 2 mistakes can lose you the match. We'll see unique unit compositions. We'll see virtually everything a Nomad lover would want. So, anyway, we started off with, you know, the craziness with the docks and the quick walls and that awkward thing with Slam not being able to build his fishing ship. There he goes to Feudal Age. So he will arrive at 1210. He will have 24 eco. I don't know if he's adding another fishing ship. He's not. So 6 fishing ships against 6 fishing ships. And I guess Red, since the TC was up slightly faster, has 1 more Vil. Now, I should have mentioned why Malians are able to build the dock and the fishing ship, and Persians can as well, because... Okay, let me back up. I should have mentioned why Malians can afford to make the dock and the fishing ship when they don't start with extra resources, and that is because all of their wood buildings are discounted by 15%. That extends throughout the mid-game. Also, Malians get better monks than Persians, so they can get redemption and all those upgrades which are so important if Slam were to defend with siege. They also get camels, they also get knights, just like Persians. And this is when Persian TCs will start to work a bit faster, which is very nice. But you'll notice, Bad Boy, first thing he's thinking, where can I get a tower up? Where can I get a tower up? And also, how can I make sure that this fight stays on water? He doesn't want Slam to be able to add scouts or archers, so he's walling the choke. He'll eventually wall the left side, and he's placing, well, there's the outpost first. That'll place a tower back here. Slam doesn't see that. Slam is going to be fully focused on committing to water, because if you lose your fishing ships, you're way behind in eco, and he can't afford to do that. Okay, so repair villagers are extremely important. Leaving the villager here so you can drop off food at the dock is huge. After the recent update, that is possible. So at least they're not sitting here idle, but when you repair, when you micro back your weak villagers is huge. And Bad Boy is building the tower. Slam, unfortunately, cannot see that tower. And what this means for Slam is he'll need to abandon this wood line and get pushed further into that corner. Slam starts off with a demo. Not the best demo in the world. You'll want to collide with 2 ships, ideally. And here comes Bad Boy. He has his own demo, and that was a better demo from him. And then he'll try and repair, but nope, he's too late to it. Still, in the end, Slam has to micro back his weak one. Yeah, this meta, I'm curious on your thoughts on it, but it's not the most exciting meta, because it really favors defense. As Slam has to run back now because of the repairs, and he'll do the same old thing. Alright, new lumber camp for Slam, and he just abandons that wood line. Now we go back to the water fight, and have you seen this before? Bad Boy micros back the weak fire galley so he can start repairing. It is 2 dock production against 3, so Slam has committed more to the water. But he still has to run through that choke. And there's a fire in there now, and Slam doesn't know, is it a demo? It's really tough to know exactly what's coming through, and it's the more ships you send through, the more the demo could collide with. But that's it for now. Now, I already stated that Bad Boy knows how to play Nomad, and he also knows how to make things messy. I'd say he's accomplished that so far, largely in part to the start and the map. But you see the demos waiting? See Slam goes in, and wait for it. A perfect time for a demo. Boom. Slam gets nailed by a demo ship. He loses 1 fire. He could lose another fire. Fortunately for him, the trade wasn't too bad. But now he has weak ones, and the repair villagers were fighting. This is crazy. This is crazy. Now, the repair villager's here. The repair villager for Bad Boy is not in the right spot. And he will now send in his repair villager to fight. And Slam immediately notices, fights with his villager, kills the repair vill, which will be very helpful here because his repair vill is still working. Sends this fire galley back in. Now needs to micro the repair villager away. To go back here. And now we have a stable going up. Wait, will we have a stable going up? I saw the barracks. Bad Boy's gonna add a stable. Spoiler alert. He knows that water's okay for him. And he knows that Slam is... Oh, there's the stable. I knew he was adding a stable. Yeah, he's adding a forward stable so he can pressure Slam on land. Now, that's food investment into feudal age. So if he doesn't do a lot of damage with it, you could argue he should have just gone to Castle Age from Knights. But so far, neither player has lost a fishing ship. The only bad thing for Slam is he doesn't have any deep fish remaining, whereas Bad Boy does have deep fish. And another big demo for Bad Boy. As Slam... He's behind in this game. Oh! That was a beautiful demo, though, from Slam. He took out a demo from the opponent as well, and now just like that, it could swing back into his control. Crazy. Now, check out Slam's point of view for this. He's taking berries for food, so that's good, despite not having the fishing ships. He does not see the stable. With a few scouts... Especially because sometimes you have weak villagers out and about on woodlines and berries on Nomad. He could lose quite a few villagers. There's a demo over here. And Bad Boy, I think, is considering giving up on water. And he wants to demo Slam's fish. And Slam separated them all and pressed stop so they're not close together. And now Bad Boy accidentally demos the dock. That was good play from Slam. Funny to see that. And so the fishing ships will go down for Bad Boy, and you'll see he has much less on food because of it. But the scouts arrive. The Slam tries to wall in the villager. He does react immediately, but one villager goes down. The Slam loses that. Now Slam needs to quick wall, so he says, well, I need a barracks now. Let's do that. House, house, barracks, blacksmith, palisade, 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 palisade. Cramped. Super duper ooper. That's not a thing. Cramped. Fortunately, he has the market, so we could sell a bit of resources if he needs to get gold. Really needs to click up to Castle Age. Now, I think if he could somehow get a villager down here... I guess it's tough because of Red's walls, but if he could get a vill over there to redock, he could then find deep fish. And the scouts actually get in here for Bad Boy. But it's awkward for Bad Boy to hit all the villagers. Slam's trying to wall. Remember the second-hand anxiety I mentioned? Well, here it is. Slam actually pulled his weak villagers to the back there. And now Bad Boy's on the way to Castle Age before Slam. There is a spear, though. Bad Boy ends up leaving. Bad Boy could make knights in the next stage. He could make siege. He's also placing a tower here. That's something that Slam can see because he has Town Watch. This is really hard to cast because there's so much happening. And so Slam just fights that off. You can only do that for so long, though, before scouts show up, right? So if a scout comes out of the stable, Slam's got to leave, and plus there's a tower there. So Slam, he'll send his spear over, expecting the scout. And now he sees the villagers walled in, and he has to build a counter tower. Unreal. Also, Slam just quick walled here, so the scouts couldn't run back into the gold. His woodline's safe. Everything's safe, and the fishing ships are not working on deep fish right now. But eventually, he'll be able to collect some deep fish. That's going to be... If Slam wins this game, it's only because of fishing ships. Because he cannot expand his eco elsewhere. He just can't breathe. And he needs to breathe. He needs to push. Bad Boy, knowing that, though, should be very aggressive in the next stage. Okay, so 4 scouts already out. That is a sign of things to come. A lot of villagers on gold. Malians get the gold mining upgrade for free. And also there's villagers on stone there for Bad Boy, which could be a mistake, but it could also be intentional if he wants to create the only female unique unit in the game, the Gebeto Warrior. Very situational unit, very good in low numbers to snipe villagers, and that's exactly what Bad Boy will want. Look at the micro from Bad Boy. Love watching this player. Keeps the weak scout alive and takes out the spearman, and sees an opportunity with upgrades to attack Slam's villagers. But also doesn't dive in when Slam goes to attack with 10, because it wouldn't be all that realistic for him to get the snipes. Bad Boy adds fire galleys. Slam has to defend from that. Bad Boy also goes back onto water, which Slam's hoping to do with the war galley upgrader. He's looking to stay on water. We'll see if Slam can hold, guys, as the scouts engage and snipe a villager. Oh my god, it's crazy. This is all before knights arrive, all before mangonels and monks could arrive. The pressure from Bad Boy, the micro from Bad Boy. Can he get another vill? Doink, he gets another villager and the scouts will now go down. And meanwhile, oh, he goes for demo on the fish! Boom! Oh, that was beautiful! Slam loses 3 fishing ships and the others are really weak too. See, if you're not, if you're going to be committing heavily to land, which is something that Bad Boy seems to be going for, taking out the fishing ships with, and there he gets another one, with a few fires and a demo is huge, because Slam needs to invest hundreds of wood to make them again. So, Slam's actually attacking the palisade wall on it. I think we'll try and redock somewhere along the shoreline so the fishing ships can work. And he might even add more, but Bad Boy will figure, well, I've done enough damage there, and now I can start to try and push up this hill and just make things cramped for Slam. And check it out. Bad Boy wants to drop a freaking castle on Slam. So he has knights here. And with the knights, there's not too much Slam could do. I guess best case scenario, as he snipes the monk with the TC, he could somehow keep his Mangonel alive, take out this Mangonel from Bad Boy, and keep his own... Yeah, see? See, if he loses that Mangonel, he can't stop the castle, and Bad Boy wasn't messing around either. Again, microing the weak knight away, and we'll keep it alive just because of that little move. Now the castle's up. A Slam's Mangonel popped out. It was too late, and down it goes. So, like, you look at Slam's point of view, fortunately he has the opportunity to fish. But it does not feel like this guy's going to be able to breathe. Not only can he not take this gold and this stone, not only is this going to run out soon-ish, I say soon-ish, but like, I don't know, maybe in 10 minutes. But now Bad Boy is just going to build a town center on this golden stone. So Slam is just restricted to 1 gold. He can't get resources anywhere else. Now, when I was watching this, I'm thinking, okay, Slam's dead. 110% dead. How can anyone survive from this? We'll have Gebettos, we'll have Siege. Like, I know Bad Boy doesn't have the strongest eco behind this, and he has a lot of idle time because of the crazy amounts of micro, but still, like, how on earth is Slam going to be able to push this? The Slam does an amazing job holding on. And again, a lot of this, because he doesn't have berries anymore, he doesn't have the space to farm much. A lot of this is going to be due to the fact he is adding some fishing ships on water. Now, you do have options still if you're Bad Boy. You can recognize that fact. You can recognize that Slam having fish is a bad thing for you, and it's a way that Slam can stay alive, and you can try and redock. But I think since Slam has so much on water already with the fire ships, by the time that you might get to equal numbers, Slam might already be pushing back a little bit on lands. So if you get ahead on lands, I think you need to push that advantage home, and that's what Bad Boy will try and do. You've seen his micro already with the scouts, and you'll see his micro again with the Gebettos. Only 30 HP, but 10 attack. I'm not totally convinced with the unit in regular games, because they fire so slow. I think there's a frame delay issue with them, but I could be wrong. Beautiful T90 farm for Bad Boy. Like, quality T90 farm. But when you can micro them well, they can take out the Mangonels, which is pretty much all Slam's going to be going for the time being. This is where having Persian TCs is helpful. They have extra HP and they also work faster. So it's somehow 65 population for Slam and 57 for Bad Boy. And Bad Boy still has stone back at his main base. So he could think about building more towers if he even gets this one up. Oh, nice defense from Slam. And even another castle. Also has the opportunity to get redemption on the monks, something that Persians don't have. The flexibility in mid-game is why Mayans are really good. If you play Nomad or just water maps in general, learn this from Slam in this game. Redocking. Sending a villager to build a dock, which is 150 wood, makes such a big difference for your food efficiency, especially when you're behind in space like this. And now 3 Mangonels for Slam, and he will do his best to take this town center out. Slam is winning this game. It doesn't seem like it, but he's winning this game. He has more military. He also has more eco. It's dangerous, though. That villager just got sniped. The Gebettos had looped around this way to the right. And Slam had to sacrifice a villager to stonewall that. And here he's slaughtering some villagers as well. Now remember the resilience I talked about? Remember I said there's certain types of players that can make it messy? That's what you'll see from Bad Boy, and he will continue to try regardless of how bad the situation gets for him, and this is a really good moment. So he sits underneath the tower. Slam doesn't have anything close by to deal with this after converting the 1 Geppetto warriors, so I can't really count how many villagers have died, but it's quite a few for Slam. Not to mention the idle time. And here on this side, still Bad Boy is hoping to protect. Did that deer just dodge the Mangonel shot? I think Bad Boy tried to move his Mangonel to the side and accidentally clicked the deer, and then the deer dodged it. Dude. Speaking of dodging, Slam with beautiful, beautiful micro there, keeping the knight alive and killing the Mangonel, and he will take out Bad Boy's TC. So Bad Boy says, oh, whatever, I'm Malians, I can rebuild another one, it's cheap, I'm just gonna run over here now. Build a new TC. His eco is pretty bad over here, but he still has access to gold, still has access to stone. Slam, fortunately, is able to get some stone and gold now. Alright, starts building that TC. Slam has to micro. This is awkward for the monks and the villagers. He doesn't want to delete the barracks, but he might have to. Somehow keeps the monks and the villagers alive. But now the micro with the Geppetto's Bad Boy. Good micro at that. Remember, these are low HP units, so it's not easy to keep them alive. And even Slam micro with the monk. It's just so many clicks. One of those games that just gives me carpal tunnel just watching. It's crazy. 700 food for Slam, 800 gold, and he has access to stone. So, if you want room to breathe, a good option here might be going to the Imperial Age, building a castle, and making some trebuchets. Him taking that town center out gave him a fighting chance in this game, and maintained his lead. Though I have to say, that's a dangerous number of Geppetto. Slam also has dangerous micro, so you never know. It depends. Now, if you're in Bad Boy's shoes, you have decisions to make. Because if you feel as though Slam is doing this, you have two options. You either go all-in Castle Age, or you go heavy market abuse to go imp fast. It's rare, but in some situations, I've seen players sell their stone and then buy food with it and just go imp as quickly as possible. It will take Slam a long time to get to the castle and get to the trebs. So I don't know what the approach is going to be here. I have only seen this from Slam's point of view. But right now I see a siege workshop, and I guess Bad Boy will look to make some siege. The Slam's villager is looped around this way. Now, what he could possibly do, he hasn't scouted this much, but he could possibly get a TC over here, and then he could maybe go for a small counterattack later. And I mean much later. The Slam is on the way to the Imperial Age with this town center. If there's any worry of him losing one, he will lose this one eventually. And there's his castle, something that Bad Boy will see. And Bad Boy will also know that Slam will go for attack rounds with the Mangonels, and he's tempted. But he has a Mangonel coming from the left. He decides instead to go this direction. And Geppettos do a lot of damage against villagers. They also do a lot of damage for buildings. So if he wants to, I think he could take the towers out. Good micro. Here he hasn't made a move yet, and no market abuse. I was almost expecting him to sell the stone and buy food. Because I think that's what I would do in this situation. It's tough, though, because maybe a second castle would help you hold longer. The Slam really wants to keep this town center up? Are you serious? Okay, and he's brought a Mangonel over. Something that Bad Boy sees, and Bad Boy... Oh! My goodness, man. Look at the micro. Oh my goodness, Bad Boy. Yo, Bad Boy is a fun player to watch. I'm glad he's playing DE now. Okay, so he takes out a few villagers, he takes out a Mangonel, and then maybe should pull back with these things. Now, he has untouched eco. Slam has untouched fish eco. But, you know, that's only going to last for so long. Actually, it could last a while if the villager continues to redock. Slam is about to complete the chemistry upgrade, and it's beyond me how he survived all this. But with chemistry, he can then make bombard cannons. With chemistry, it also affects any ranged units he might make. You could get Commanderon as Persians and make crossbows, which only cost wood, which is kind of funny because he's not going to have a lot of access to wood. In fact, he's chopping a few trees here. He can't chop these trees, and then these trees here could be denied by a guard tower or two. But here comes Slam with the Trebs. Now, there's an upgrade which Slam might need to consider getting right now, and that's Bod Canero, because I think... Oh, he just got Bod Canero. Yeah, I was just going to say, I think what Bad Boy will try and do is snipe the Trebuchets with the Gebettos and his Mangonels. And I think Bodkin can range the Mangonels? It can't. Oh, I didn't realize it couldn't. Wow, nice hold from Slam there. Using his Mangonels and his Trebs. Can he take out the Gebetto? Or will the Gebetto take out the Trebuchets and just stall for Bad Boy? Oh, he loses a lot of Gebetto! Oh my god! There's one remaining on 2 HP. It's barely a human. Oh, never mind. She's getting healed up. 2 Mangonels. More eco for Bad Boy. Slam goes for a shot. It's 1-for-1 trade. Can he take out this Mangonel? What can Slam do? He doesn't have any military. The Trebuchet. Doink! What a save. What a save, man. Bad Boy is running out of stone. He does have another castle back here. He's repairing desperately. That clutch Treb shot, though. Sometimes Trebs are with you. Sometimes you have that RNG. Sometimes you don't, because they're not that accurate normally. Another castle for Slam. What a unique Nomad game. Crazy aggression. Slam somehow has held on up to this point. And if you're wondering about this villager, she's just building houses, and she'll find some stone over here. No gold that he can get right now, but he's added a ton of fish. Okay. So with that castle, he can take his wood now. Slam is at 95 pop. It is 96 for Bad Boy. He can still take gold. He can still take some stone. And now his Trebs are protected. Now you're about to see the importance of repairing castles and siege micro and just being a stubborn player. Because Bad Boy right now, he's behind. He's definitely behind. It's also hard for him to use his Gebetto against the castle fire. He only has one castle. He's making his own Trebs. Now, we're also about to see the importance of having Malians in a Nomad situation. So often you do need to rely on getting your own bombard cannons out. And if chemistry is something that Bad Boy has in the cards for himself, I think it's 80% faster. I think universities work 80% faster for Malians. So that chemistry upgrade will come in really quickly. Should come in quick. I just don't know if he's going for it. He's getting forging, so he's getting more Gebetto upgrades, and he has Mangonels. And I guess... yeah, at first thought when I saw this castle, I thought that it was in a bad spot. And I thought that because it was not holding the hill. But if he would have built it on the hill, Slam could range it while sitting underneath his castles. And now Slam needs to poke his head out a bit. Okay. Trebs obviously come out of castles, as do Gebetto. Slam trying with the bombard cannons. Imagine if Persians got Bracer here. And have one more range on the castles. Well, it seems like Slam, he's not comfortable moving out here to snipe the siege with his bombard cannon. There he is. Okay. He weakens that Trebuchet. Slam is running low on stone to repair. And Bad Boy's still able to expand that land eco. The Slam did research Commanderon, which means he can make the crossbows, which only cost wood. However, this is still extremely messy. Slam is trying his best to push up this hill, and Bad Boy's just repairing the Trebs, repairing the Trebs, repairing the Trebs. And now he takes out the tower, so his Mangonels can survive a bit. The Trebs from Bad Boy take out Slam's bombard cannon there. The Slam will have to be careful. 12 range on the bombard cannons, and it is 16 range on the Trebs. And there's 4 Trebs, and Slam just lost one of his own. So Slam only has his 1 bombard cannon. And he doesn't have the wood and the gold to make more Trebs and bombard cannons right now. He has one on the way and one on the field. The fishing ships are traveling long distances now. I'm also not sure if food really helps you, but Slam does have a TC over here on berries, though. And now there's the university for Bad Boy. Maybe he's thinking chemistry is a good play. Oh, he has to repair with these villagers. You definitely have got to repair with these villagers, because here comes Slam. Slam will take out one Treb. He will lose a bombard cannon, though, which is more expensive, and another bombard cannon for Slam. The trebuchets, the importance of the repairs and the treb shots in this game has been unreal. And the difference between the ranged units you're seeing is that the crossbows are quite good against the Gebetto, but the crossbows are trash against siege. They do very little damage against siege. The micro from Slam as he runs up this hill. Probably very happy that he's given himself some time to breathe. Beautiful splits, but I don't know if it's worth it because he's still losing crossbows. Doesn't kill the Mangonel anyways. And okay, Bad Boy says, well, let's take more stone. Did he get chemistry? I wasn't even paying attention. I don't know if he got chemistry yet. I don't think so. He's just relying on Mangonels, and now he's placed another castle. Now that castle will be cover fire for his trebs. And if the castle goes up, you'll have about, you'll have as much range on the castle as the bombard cannons that Slam's trying to use to take out the trebs. So this castle is probably the winning move. Beautiful micro from Slam. But if this castle's up, Slam can't take that castle out comfortably. He can't keep his own castle alive. It's all starting to fall apart for the Canadian. Here, he's getting raided by Gebetto, which Bad Boy has put on stand ground. There's another castle there as well. Here come the trebuchets. Okay, I guess if the trebs are deployed from this angle, Slam can take them out. If they're deployed from the right side, there's no way Slam could. So that's good for Slam. He will take this one out with one more shot, assuming that comes in. There it is. It's still 3 remaining, and Slam is about to run out of stone. If you look to the top right, he loses the bombard cannon. The castle, it's gonna fall. And Bad Boy somehow is held on here. I'm surprised Slam didn't die earlier, to be honest. And Slam now realizes, well, what do I do? He's making just crossbows against Mangonels and Gebettos. He can't make any trebs anymore. I doubt he can justify making bombard cannons anymore, even if he could afford it. His villagers are getting slaughtered. His fishing ships are less efficient. The villagers on the other side, I think the only thing they could collect is stone, or berries, or wood. But none of that's going to help him. It's just space. Slam just truly needs space. Again, impressive splits. I love it. But Micro, it only does so much for you. As Doubt would say, Micro wins the battle, but economy wins the war, or in this case, space wins the war. And look, another Mangonel comes out and takes out Slam's Treb. Like, just amazing play from Bad Boy. Like, just to pop that thing out and use the Gebetto at the same time, while also holding the right side and doing everything else. I mean, we rarely looked at his economy. You could tell that he was focused here less than Slam was on his because of the T90 farms. But what the whirlwind of a game, YouTube. Jeez. That is why I don't like Nomad. It's so messy. So freaking messy. It's probably Slam's worst map. Our worst map, sorry. But Slam has been saying, he's like, I'll play Nomad more, and maybe I'll improve with it. And I felt like he was going to die the second Bad Boy dropped the first castle. Without the fishing ships, he certainly would have. But one of the more unique uploads you'll see on the channel. I hope you all enjoyed. And let's look at the freaking timeline. That's the first thing I'll go for here. The timeline looks like a normal game to me. Feudal Age times are even, Castle Age times are even, Imperial Age times are kind of even. If this was an Arabia game, I would say that Bad Boy went for a more extended Castle Age because he made more knights or something in this matchup. But nope. Nope, nope, nope. Bad Boy did have more gold collected, but remember that Slam did have gold left, right? Yeah, so he had about 1,000 gold here. Just trying to see if relics were collected. Yeah, I mean, Slam had less access to gold, but my point here is it was because of how Bad Boy played it. If Slam would have had this gold and this hill, which I think was the all-important hill, which gave Bad Boy the opportunity to push, we would have been looking at a very different game. I think what I'm getting at here is it's not necessarily the map. That's obviously a big thing. Slam also had the rough start, but it's how you play the map that wins you the game. He did have more food, though. So more food than the fishing ships brought in for Slam. A lot more stone collected, and then the gold collected, too. I have an appreciation for how players like Bad Boy play. I don't ever want to appreciate it while I'm on the other side. But as a caster, when I sit back, the mind you have to have for the game to be able to get those small little victories and make life so difficult for your opponent is just unreal. And it's not something that can be taught, that's for sure. So, thank you for watching. As I've been doing recently, I'm going to suggest a video to you. I think it's called No Madness, and it was a 2v2 where we had some of Slam's teammates, you might know them, the Viper and Doubt, play against some other pros, in a Nomad team game. And it was a whole lot of fun. You had messy situations just like this one in a team game format. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.